satong, you say chumi chumi, but I don't have satong or chumi chumi in my slides tonight, so you should be okay. Well, thank you. So if I may have permission to screen share, then I will swap over to my slides. Continue, yep. So let me have a look how this is going to work. Okay, sharing. So let me just make sure this comes up onto the full screen for everyone. Okay, how is that looking? Do you see my slides on full screen?
Yes.
Good, good. Okay. Well, let's get underway. I'm glad to be on this call. I have been invited to do a couple of these calls over the next while. Tonight, I wanted to give just a general introduction to New Image and the New Image opportunity. And so maybe you've seen some of these slides before. If you're long-term members, and certainly you've seen or know lots of what I'm speaking about, but hopefully this gives you a few tips, things you may not have known about the company, our history or our products, but also particularly I want you to see ways in which you can also present the New Image business opportunity. And some news I can share is this format, Lee and myself, so Lee being our global trainer from New Zealand, we are talking now about setting up a fortnightly, so every 2-week global call where we conduct a global business opportunity meeting via Zoom. The purpose of that, so you can invite your friends, family along, no matter what country in the world they are. You just send them the link and say, on this night, please just click, join this link and learn about New Image, and we will help you with that teaching. So let me jump straight into it now. Mention a little bit of my background in the introduction. So yes, correct, it is 25 years. And I've worked for a number of different direct selling companies. I helped them launch, grow, establish, expand. My particular area of interest is Asia Pacific, and that's where I've operated for pretty much all of my career, and Africa as well. So it's a great honor for me when I first met Graham. He knew of my work, and he said, look, there's a real opportunity in New Image. We need someone with your expertise. I knew of the New Image company. We're neighbors. I was born Aussie, New Image from New Zealand. So it was a great opportunity for me to join. And I've now been with the company 1 year, helping with the growth expansion, particularly helping with operations in Asia Pacific. So this is welcome to New Image Malaysia, and I'll also add Indonesia into that as well. We say welcome from New Zealand to the world because we are New Zealand headquartered. So what I will cover over the next, I think I've got about 30, 40 minutes. I want to talk a little bit introduction, talk about the company, the industry we operate in, which is the direct selling industry. Just a little introduction to some of our products, not all, because honestly, each product can be a whole presentation in itself. A little bit about the marketing plan. Again, for an introductory call, I never get too deep. It's too complex. I don't want to lose people. You just need to know that as you buy products, as you use them, as you sell them, as you introduce people, each of those stages triggers money that you can earn. And then also talking about your next step, if you'd like to join, and then also have a couple of business news items talking about a new product launch that we have coming up very soon, first in Malaysia. So first of all, what I'd like to talk about is our health. Health is and should be priority number one. We should not take good health for granted, because we know when we're healthy, when we're living a healthy life, our body's healthy, we have many, many options. But the moment you get sick, your options are limited, and your number one choice becomes, or wish, is to get better again. So we're very much about health, obtaining optimal health through optimal nutrition. So when you're sick, the sick have one choice or one wish, and that is to get healthy again. So let's be thankful for our health if we have health. And for those who don't have great health, we pray for you that you do obtain great health once again. So New Image International, we were founded in New Zealand in 1984. And if you're doing quick mathematics in your head, it's correct that next year will be our 40th year, our 40th anniversary. What do we do? Our specialty, we do many, many different things. We have many different products, but our specialty, our unique differentiator is medical grade colostrum. We do medical grade colostrum processing, and we have 3 catchphrase words in our mantra, and that is health, wellness, and colostrum. And we have this man to thank. His name is Graham Clegg. We call him the colostrum king. He is the pioneer of the global colostrum industry, and he started this in 1984. So he didn't invent colostrum. Colostrum invented by Mother Nature or God or whomever you believe in. All mammals on the earth produce milk to feed their young, and at the first stages of that milk is a very, very special milk that's not really a milk. It's called colostrum. So that's always been around, but actually finding ways to harvest it, process it, make it available for human consumption beyond those first few days of our lives. All of the proprietary techniques and science involved in that, we credit this man, Graham Clegg, the colostrum king. So new image, we are changing the world one step at a time, one product at a time, one day at a time. Let me show you how we're changing the world. And this is our world. This is our expansion. These are our offices. You can see here all of these little dots that have appeared is where we have our headquarter offices. And we actually operate in more countries than we have offices in. And on the left side, I'm showing you some of the current markets where we're opening or just launched or expanding. So just in the middle of this year, we launched Cambodia. That's been a very, very successful market launch. We're doing great in that market. We're currently working on South Korea. That will probably be the next announced opening, but we have staff there already. They're setting up, operations, logistics, product registration. Same tune with India. I'm very involved in early work in India, setting up the foundations there. Again, product registration, licenses, MLM license, they will take a while to obtain. We're doing a number of things in Europe now. We have an office in France, in Paris already. We have office and staff in Greece, and you'll be hearing a lot more about our European plans in the coming year. We have global conferences and events. We conduct these all around the world. Depending on the size of the market, depends on the size of our conference. This one here, I know looking at it, it's either Vietnam or Taiwan. They're our biggest markets. But certainly, I know we have many here from Malaysia, and every 4 months we have huge meetings in Malaysia. That's also one of our biggest markets. And we have friends from Indonesia joining, and I was there. It just seems like a couple of weeks ago, but we did a great big event in a good one in Padang. I saw some people from Padang, but Yogyakarta, also Surabaya. I've been to Malang. Not much happening in Jakarta, but we're changing that now. Our new general manager, Henok, who's on the call, he's focusing on Jakarta as well. So yes, we get all around the country, but some of the biggest events you will ever see still are in Taiwan and Vietnam. These ones here I grabbed. This is from some recent meetings in Vietnam. And this is not actually Vietnam all as a country. Each of these is a different city. So one city in Vietnam, one province, we can get, I think it's up to 6,000 people. So I show you this just to impress upon you the potential of what we can become in other markets as well. I've been to meetings in Ho Chi Minh City, and we book out the largest sporting arena there, which is 6,000. That's the capacity. But then shortly after, we fly up to Hanoi, where we do the same thing again with 6,000 to 8,000 people in Hanoi, and then other cities. You can see just the strength of the business in this market. So we often talk about Vietnam as how we want to be, but I'll tell you, one of the top growing markets in the world right now is Malaysia. Boleh la Malaysia. Malaysia has been doubling almost the last couple of years. Some of the biggest attendance, the biggest recognition, and of course, some of the biggest commission payments that we're paying right now go to Malaysia. So I really thank Malaysia for your strength and the vision that you have in the new image business. How are we doing overall? Well, we are very pleased to say that we've had terrific growth recently and also the last 5 years. This is published by our industry. In New Image 2023, the direct selling magazine, they print a global 100 list. So the last few years, in 2018, we were the number 71 biggest company. Then in 2019, we jumped up to number 52. The next year was a very challenging year. At the end of 2019, something horrible happened to the world. It was called COVID pandemic. We were all locked down, and it really affected our industry. However, for us in New Image in 2020, we actually rose. We had a colossal rise, a great success. We jumped to the number 32 position. And then in 2021, number 30 position, 2022, 26 position. 2023 is not finished yet. We don't know. They will release it about March 24, but we're hoping, expecting further growth. So why this is important is when you're looking for a company to join, what is important is momentum. I always say the money is in the momentum. And you see that right now, new image, we have momentum, we have growth, we have an upwards trajectory at a time when many other companies are being challenged and sales are declining. And even some direct selling companies are having to close their doors as mergers and acquisitions. You can know that you're strong, solid, and safe with new image. And that with growth, when there's growth happening, there's money to be made. This is another special award that we're very proud of. Our industry looked at the companies that had consecutive growth over the last 3 years. And there's many more than 100. There's actually several hundred and maybe even up to 1,000 companies that are listed or regarded as direct selling companies. But of all of those that are monitored declaring their results, there was only 17 companies that had 3 years of consecutive growth. So we were recently awarded for that. The New Image International in the health and wellness category, we're a privately owned company, and we're one of only 17 companies in our industry in the world that have had growth for the last 3 years. So that's very commendable. Overall, on the direct selling, we've jumped from number 71 to number 26 position in just 4 years. So how are we doing that? What's it about? What's the story? And why are we growing at a time when other companies are challenged? Well, new image, we are probing new frontiers of science. What we look for and what we do is primarily wellness and anti-aging product. We're interested in health, wellness, anti-aging. We have a range of products I'll talk about soon. Colostrum really is like the backbone or foundation story. We have a number of other products that I will mention. First, let's talk about this man. One of the first, I guess, the fathers of modern medicine, Hippocrates. He said, let food be your medicine and let medicine be your food. When you get sick, you need medicine. Medicine can help you. But our goal is not to help you when you get sick. Our goal is to help you prevent sickness or delay sickness or even combat illness through nutrition. And not just nutrition, but superior nutrition. When you live well, when you eat well, when you're living right, when you get the right nutrients, your body is better able to do what it should be doing, what it's programmed to do, which is to maintain health. And we want you to not only maintain health, but to achieve optimal health. So we do that through our product range. Our product range, a number of different products, we generally group them into 4 different categories. Colostrum-based products, we have nutritional products, skincare products, and weight management products. As I mentioned at the beginning, each category, actually each product can be a presentation in itself. That's not my job here tonight. Other times we'll dissect this and we'll talk about individual products, how they work, how you use them, what they do. But tonight I just want to give you an overview of our product range and also to give you an introduction to some of the people behind the product range. In New Image, in-house, internally, we have a number of incredible minds, brilliant scientists. We have doctors, PhD, scientists, researchers, nutritionists, production specialists, packaging specialists, innovation specialists. All of these people help contribute to our product range that is formulated by New Image, developed by New Image. We own the patents. And for most, we even manufacture them internally in our processing plants. 3 of which now are in New Zealand. And if you saw that introduction video, it took you through a tour of a couple of those plants, mainly the ones where we make the powdered formulas, the colostrum, the LifeLine, the SD2, I think FiberMax, and our weight management dairy products. So comprehensive product range covering the complete wellness criteria. That's what we have. As I mentioned, other calls, we'll talk more about products, but tonight I want to talk a little bit more about the business side of things. So what is our business? Our business, health and wellness through superior products. Our products are only available through New Image members. You cannot find them in shops or stores. You shouldn't be able to find them online, but I know sometimes some distributors put them up online, but you need to get them through us, through independent distributors, through members of our company. Why? Because this is a business that we give you. We let you allow you to share in the profits. We also want to control the quality and the efficacy and also make sure you get correct training. So with our products, we hold over, I think this is closer now to 200 now that we've added all of the ResMax patents and trademarks as well. We have all of these in place to help protect our name, our brand, our image, and our formulas. We are a member of the Academy of Anti-Aging Medicine, so our business and our products are recognized as being in this category of delivering superior nutrition that in turn helps with anti-aging within the body. Let me spend just a minute or two talking about aging and what it is. Aging may be regarded as our enemy. Aging is what puts these wrinkles here on my forehead. It is what is turning my hair gray at the side. But aging is also what increases the likelihood of illnesses, aging or age-associated illnesses. So aging, we say, is a fact of life, but looking your age and feeling your age is not. There are many things that we can do that are age-defying. It includes healthy lifestyle, healthy mental state, but one of the biggest things is healthy eating and healthy nutrition. So with aging, we will always be aging. We cannot stop aging. The moment that you are born, actually the moment you are conceived in the womb, you start to age. So as we get to middle age, we say that aging is kind of over the hill and starts to go downhill. Okay, you can't stop it, but you can prevent things, and you can certainly slow down the aging process. We do have a great degree of control with aging to slow it down. So while aging does happen naturally, anti-aging is up to you to a large degree. So the things that cause us aging, on the right-hand side, sunlight, toxins, smoking, alcohol, pollution, different environmental chemicals. Some of these we can avoid. Dilarang merakok, avoid smoking. Alcohol, I also recommend avoiding or minimizing alcohol. Sunlight, it's wonderful, you need it for living, but too much sunlight is damaging. Use SPF products when you're in the sun, particularly all of us on this call, as we all live very, very close to the equator. Pollutions, try and avoid air pollution, toxic pollutions, minimize your use of harmful chemicals. All of these things that you're told will help reduce free radical damage, which is aging. But there are things you can do further with your nutrition, and I want to jump into that soon. But first, living longer, it is up to us. In greater part, there's many things that are within our control. Time magazine, this is their cover story a while ago. Time magazine said the first person to live to 142 years old has already been born. Now, we know that when I was young, it was very, very rare to someone to live to 100. It was quite a big deal. Now, 100 is not that big of a deal. Now people live to 110 even, and even 115, and even up to 116, 117 years old. So that is happening already. But these are people who were born 100 plus years ago. So they did not have the benefit in their childhood of the superior medicine and nutrition that we have. So living longer is happening. It's becoming a reality. The children of today will live much longer than you and me. This one study from Stanford University, the Center of Longevity, they said up to half of all 5-year-olds today are expected to live to 100 years old. And that is incredible. That really changes the world, changes like housing, economics. If most, or maybe even the majority of your children will live to be beyond 100 years old. So there's nothing wrong with living to 100 years old there's nothing wrong with aging or being old if we have good health. And that's what most elderly people say. Like, I don't mind living to 100 as long as I've got good health. If I don't have good health, if I don't have control of my physical faculties or mental faculties, or if I'm in pain, then I would prefer not to live a long life. A long life is good as long as it's a long and healthy life. So where does that begin? Where does your life of health begin? Where does your immune system begin? It all begins here. It begins in the womb, but the moment you leave the womb, your connection to your mother physically, your biological connection, you then need to live independently with your own immune system. Our own immune system is started or kick-started and enhanced by one ingredient, and that ingredient is called colostrum. Newborn babies, newborn mammals, I'm talking humans, kangaroos, dolphins, all these animals that are regarded as mammals that drink milk from their mother, That first milk is what we call colostrum. It's life's first and most precious food. Now, let me tell you what colostrum is. Sometimes I say milk just because it's easy to understand. If I say it's the first milk that comes through from the mother, so that helps you understand it. But then I have to correct myself because colostrum is not milk. It is quite different from milk. It is different in texture, in smell, in color, in thickness. It's quite different. But after all, it will turn into the normal milk susu that we are familiar with. So colostrum, it's the foundation of immune defense. Colostrum or alpha lipid colostrum, this is our product. It is rich in vitamins, it is minerals, growth factors, antibodies. It has digestive enzymes, all of these ingredients that help build a strong immune system. So all of us humans, if we were fortunate enough to be breastfed when we were born, we got colostrum from our mothers. If there was a challenge and for some reason we weren't breastfed, there's different things that doctors do to try and make sure a baby still gets that colostrum, because we know that the best fighting chance, the strongest immune system that we get is when we are exposed or when we're able to receive and digest colostrum. There's over 16,000 clinical trials on colostrum, what it can do for humans, babies, mammals, but thankfully for technology that has made colostrum available to us longer than the first weeks of our lives, we are able to do many, many clinical studies on the benefits of colostrum, the continuing benefits to adults, teens and adults, and particularly aging people, elderly, but even high-performance sports athletes. Now, the next time I talk to you, I've agreed to come back in a couple more weeks. I have one whole presentation on the science of colostrum, and I'd like to share that then. For this call tonight, I'm just talking a little bit about the science. I have one clinical study that I'll show you next, but I have a whole presentation that's really compelling, showing some of the top scientific research studies on our particular colostrum, which is bovine colostrum, means cow. So we have cow colostrum that we use and source. And the scientific studies are done on bovine colostrum, and you can look at what they've looked at for high-performance athletes, for weight training, for long-distance running, but for sick elderly, for children even. I'll show you all of that next time. So that's my promise and my teaser. But for now, this slide shows what is in the colostrum. So every can of alpha lipid LifeLine that you get, or there's other products like this one. This is our colostrum tablets. We have colostrum in a few different variations that you can take, you can consume. But we have standardized colostrum within our product, and you can see here the breakdown. Look, they're big things. I can't pronounce all of them. IG is fortunately an abbreviation for a big word, immunoglobulin, but there's lactoperoxidase, lactoferrin, casein, and others. But what you need to know is that every serving you have of alpha lipid LifeLine, you're getting 1,680 milligrams, which is almost 2,000 milligrams, which is the same as saying 2 grams. So every serving, every daily serving, we recommend you take 1.5 scoops a day. Every can has 28 servings. So a can is about a month's supply, but if you go through a can a month, if you take it every day, then on average, you're getting about 2 grams of colostrum a day, and that is the clinical, the therapeutic dosage of colostrum. Now, one study, this one is quite interesting and amazing, and also timely when we received it. Remember the last few years we've all dealt with COVID. I sat in my condo in KLCC, Malaysia for probably 2.5 years, barely able to leave my apartment except to get some food and go back. So I was there during the lockdown. The lockdown was caused by COVID. COVID is a virus that spread throughout the world very quickly, but fortunately the world quickly mobilized and developed antiviruses. So the question is, can colostrum, can new image alpha lipid LifeLine, can it help with viruses? And the answer is yes. Our product is known to be a very potent antiviral product or ingredient. So one test they did, this university was in Italy, looked at another virus, a very, very common virus, more common than coronavirus, or the COVID virus, which is the influenza, which is the flu virus, the cold flu virus. So prevention of influenza, their study, the conclusion was colostrum is at least 3 times more effective than vaccination to prevent flu and is very cost effective. So that was incredible when we had scientific verification that colostrum is 3 times stronger than immunization. So does that mean you don't get immunized and you take colostrum? No, no, no. What it means is when you are immunized, and there is a flu vaccine that you should get, particularly if you're elderly or have health challenges, when you do things like take the flu vaccine and you take colostrum, you are super fortifying your body against sickness, and in this case, against influenza. So that's the teaser. Next time I talk to you, I share like a dozen clinical studies that it's just so interesting to confirm through science what we already know and we've experienced. This one shows competitor comparison between our product, which is Alpha Lipid LifeLine, and some other, leading top-selling protein, dairy, or soy products, particularly sold in our industry through MLM or direct selling. So the first we have USANA Nutrimeal Protein, another one here from a great company. They're all great companies. Unicity has a soy protein. Herbalife, their protein mix. Amway's Nutri-Protein. So here you see the size of the product, serving size in grams, the serving size for the can, also the cost. So all of them have protein. Basically, they're protein powders. They're either derived from soy or dairy. So ours comes from dairy, from cow dairy. I'm sure they all have vitamins and minerals as well. So do we. We've got dairy, protein, vitamins, and mineral. But the big differentiator, we have everything that everyone else has, but we also have colostrum. The others do not have colostrum, and that's colostrum is our main differentiator. So you get everything that others have, plus colostrum. And the best part is, on the right-hand side, we work out to be the cheapest overall, the cheapest per serving size. And the best news is when you join, when you become a supervisor or member, there's different things that kick into effect that you get cheaper prices. When you become a member, a serving of our product, a serving of Alpha Lipid LifeLine works out to even be less than $1. Is this US or Australian? I think it may be Australian, but it's too long. I can't convert into ringgit right now, but less than, okay, three ringgit to the dollars is around 2 ringgit per serving. Okay, siapa yang harus minum Alpha Lipid LifeLine? Who should be taking Alpha Lipid LifeLine? Well, the answer is colostrum, whilst it may be for babies, juveniles. Alpha Lipid LifeLine is an adult, teen, everyone formulation of colostrum. We say it is for every person, every family, every day. This is the world's first colostrum blended supplemented food. So how is it sold? You cannot find this on the shop shelves. You will not find it in your local supermarkets. We sell it through a channel called direct selling or network marketing, sometimes called MLM. Different countries have different preferences for the terms. We call this our highway to the stars, your key to success. Direct selling is a fantastic home-based business that anyone can do. All you really need to do is...
Recording in progress.
All you really need to do is be able to talk. But nowadays, you actually don't even need to talk if you know how to do social media selling. So you just need to really have some influence and know how to influence people through either personal salesmanship skills or directing people to websites or generating social media traffic. That's the way we do our selling. Oh. And then you say, oh, frozen. Okay, unfrozen now. Okay, the amazing new image vehicle to wealth creation and lifestyle. Let me just tell you a little bit how this works, a little bit how we reward you. But I always feel this is better from local presenters, and particularly if you're Bahasa speaking, someone who can speak Bahasa Indonesia, Bahasa Melayu. That all you need to know is that as you buy, as you share, as you sell, and then as you introduce this to other people, you will be making money. So it's through referral selling. When you join a new image, you get an ID number. And as you place orders or as others place orders under you or they sign up under you, our system it knows all of this. It recognizes it, it connects you in this tree, and you get paid little bits of commission that go to your account. So what can you do with this business? How does it work? Well, with new image, actually any direct selling, it can really make your dreams a reality. You can work from home. You can work part-time. This can be a sideline business. It's fantastic for mums. Mums are at home, single mums, if that's your circumstance. When it's hard to juggle life balance, this is a great business to have because you can just devote your time to it as needed. Maybe it's 20 minutes, a couple of hours a day, or even I know some people on this call do it full-time, a full-time business. And of course, the more time you dedicate, the more you reach out to people, the more money you make through more connections. How do we pay you? Okay, this bit I don't want to get into tonight, but have a look on this slide. There's all different amounts and percentages that you receive through our compensation plan, from when you sell, when you refer, when you share, when you sign up people, when you're front line, first line, second line, when they all make purchases. They make single purchases, pack purchases. At all occasions, there's a percentage, whether it's 4, 5, 6, 7% of that purchase goes through to you, even up to 25%, which is our retail margin. When you buy wholesale, you sell retail, that's the amount of money that you get to keep. It's not just work. We have a lot of fun as well. We pay percentage commissions to you for income, but we also keep a percentage of the commission to a travel fund. So all of you participating in the business are also participating in a travel fund. So we enjoy international travel. We sponsor our top leaders every year to a new destination. Last year, we had a great time in Bali. We all got to go to Bali. It was at Nusa Dua at the Club Med Resort. And we enjoyed it so much that we're actually going to go there again next year. So doing Club Med 2 times in a row. But that's all expenses paid for by the company. There's an additional pool as well. Each country, you have a country pool where we reserve 3% of the total monthly country's PV. We put that into a country pool, and then that's shared in bonuses amongst the leaders of that country as well. So all combined, it works out to be one of the most generous compensation plan in our industry. So there's 3 opportunities today. If you're new distributors who've just joined, or particularly if you're looking at this, if you've been invited along to the first time, you're thinking, okay, I wonder if I can do this, if I could give it a shot, what should I do? How do I begin? Well, the first step is you can join just by investing in healthy products. You can buy products through the person who's invited you to this call. You can try your first can if you like, but when you're consuming products, you're not really making money yet. But number 2, when you join as an independent distributor, and when you purchase products from the company, you buy wholesale, you then start to make money. Oh, you sneeze. Where is it? I think it's gone. Good, excuse me. And then number 3, become a supervisor and an international network builder. When you get more serious about the business, when you're sharing it with friends, and particularly as you have aspirations to travel, when you look at all of the countries that we're involved in, and when you think, I have friends in Indonesia, Malaysia, I've got friends in Africa, Australia, New Zealand, all these countries, you can do our business, and you become an international business builder. You have an international network, and then you can have money coming from multiple sources. So we want you to work smart, not particularly hard, but more so to work smart. We have many tools. We have training seminars like this one. I mean, this is probably the easiest recruiting you can do, is literally to share on WhatsApp or Line the invitation to this call that I'm doing right now. Simply invite your guests, invite your friends, say, look, I'm not speaking tonight, but this friend Chris Cooper, he's talking. Join the call, have a listen, learn, and then at the end, if you have any questions, come back and ask me. It's as easy as doing that, and we will have more of these calls that you can share to invite people along. You can work local, but think global. This is a global business. As you do so, you create wealth through the leverage of time and people. You'll begin by sharing the products with people. They will buy it. You'll introduce them. You make money from them. But the real money starts happening when that group of people invites other people. It becomes your first generation. You develop a second generation, then a third generation, and you slowly start to earn money from a greater spread, a group of people, some of whom you may not even meet, some of whom may be in countries that you've never even visited. But that's the powerful dynamic of network marketing and the income, the commission system that we have, so that you start to earn money through the sharing or the leverage of people and time. Now, I want to tease you a little bit with some new products that are coming, because this one really excites me. This product has the potential to completely change your business. This is a whole new category for us. Alpha Lipid LifeLine and colostrum. Colostrum is an antioxidant. It does have good, strong antioxidant properties, but what we wanted was a much stronger, potent specific antioxidant product that is a pluripotent, has many other good things in it, and is very, very natural. It is halal, it is vegetarian, it is vegan, and it is called Resmax. Let me tell you what Resmax is. It comes from a formula of 18 berries, and I'll show you that formula on the next slide. But it is a broad spectrum, natural antioxidant product made from 18 different berries that are blended and boosted with resveratrol. So let me tell you how it is and the way it works. So first of all, we have sourced 17 of the world's top super berries. 15 super berries, first of all. These go through a special 3-stage fermentation process to really boost and enhance their nutritional profile and to release the nutrients. And then we add another 3. So then we add number 16, 17, and 18 berries. I only think those last 3 are sea buckthorn berry, black pepper berry, and a grape skin extract. These are all proprietary blends that combined give you a very powerful formula of antioxidants and resveratrol. So why is that good? Well, these are super, super anti-aging, free radical scavenging, even weight loss, memory. There's a whole bunch of things that this formula can help with. We have subjected the formula already to some very rigorous testing. We've done ORAC testing to make sure that it is very high in antioxidants. But even more important than ORAC, we've submitted it to CAP-E testing, which is literally testing on or with human blood to make sure that this product not only gets into your mouth and your stomach and your digestive system, but we need to make sure that it passes through the digestive system to get into the blood and even crosses the blood-brain barrier, and that is what's called bioavailability. That's measured through a CAP-E test, and we were just blown away. The results of the CAP-E test far exceeded anything that we expected, because we know the benchmarks of our competitors, and we thought we want to at least beat our competitors. But what we did not know is that we would beat our competitors by up to an amazing 17 times. So our product Resmax is 17 times stronger or more potent or more bioavailable than the leading competing product. So it's going to do wonders for your body. You will get some fantastic therapeutic health and energy results from customers when they take this product. So something that people ask, well, if it's so great, does it mean we stop taking Alpha Lipid LifeLine? And no. What this does, we were pleased with some research that showed the benefits when you take Alpha Lipid LifeLine and Resmax together. This quote here, it's long, so I don't have it in Bahasa. But this is from Dr. Jill Webster, our scientist, who speaks about the benefits, the synergistic effect that when you take Resmax, it will actually benefit the uptake in the body or the bioavailability of the colostrum. So it will make the colostrum more effective even. So if you already like LifeLine, if you already get health benefits from colostrum, this will and this should even boost those benefits that you're getting. It is a natural product. It's a food product. You can take 1 or 2 a day. We say 1 a day is a maintenance dose. 2 a day is a therapeutic dose. I recommend for everyone to take 2 a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, to get the maximum benefits or the same benefits as the clinical trials that are conducted. So the clinical trials are conducted on the levels of 2 packs a day. So say life is short, make it spectacular. That concludes my quick introduction to the company, the products, a little bit of a teaser about the Resmax that is coming. So let me tell you when it is coming. It is launching first so the global launch will be, let me do a drum roll, in Malaysia. Malaysia gets it first. Let me stop sharing. So it'll launch in Malaysia when? Well, we have a royalty coming up. I believe at this stage I'll be coming to the royalty. I'll be talking and training on Resmax. I believe we'll have physical samples so that you can taste it. And at that stage, I expect we will announce that the sales will begin either December, but most probably January. So planning on the New Year's launch. But the product is done. It's ready. I've seen it. I've tasted it. Oh, I had a pack here early. Videos look great. The brochures. All that is left is to start sales, to taste it, and then to get the testimonials, and I cannot wait for the testimonials. That's going to be the most exciting part. It is such a diverse product that can do so many different things that you're going to get some of the most wonderful testimonials from energy levels, particularly joints, arthritis, rheumatism, weight loss, eyesight. I think all of those things will start to come through. Now, let me jump to, I said it's probably too many people to have a Q&A. Oh, wow, we've got 50 people, another 10 joined since I last looked. But let me jump into the chat room now. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them into the chat on this Zoom call. And I'll let me read a few now. So if you, hi, welcome. Alhamdulillah. Malam dok, too big bahasa for me. I'm only sikit bahasa. Welcome, Mr. Chris. Wow. All baby to elderly. Kena jadi manager utak dapat jarangnya palong murah harga. Boleh start consumer. Yes, I'm looking forward to starting estimated launch December, but if I say December, it doesn't have anything to kill me. So I'm going to say January. January is my safe bet for the launch. Wow, awesome. Clapping. Yeza, clapping. Any news on Nutrimetics? Okay, so I'm not an expert on Nutrimetics, and we are New Image, and under the umbrella, we own a couple of companies. So I work specifically for New Image, but there's also Nutrimetics. Nutrimetics operates mostly Australia, New Zealand, and Europe, in France. But I don't have any news on Nutrimetics really expansion in Southeast Asia, if that's kind of what the questions lead to. Any other questions in the chat or anything that anyone would like to ask before I hand back to Abdul? If not, I can stay on a bit longer and I'll look for anything in the chat. But for now, terima kasih, everyone. I'm glad to see my Bahasa family, whether Bahasa Malay or Bahasa Indonesia. Thank you for joining. And I'll be very glad to come back in a couple of more weeks just to talk about colostrum. I really like talking about colostrum tonight. I teased you. I have maybe 3 or 4 slides, but I want to spend a whole 40 minutes to an hour, if you will allow me, talking about the health benefits of colostrum, but not from my opinion, talking about it from a scientific point of view and what doctors, scientists, universities, and researchers are saying about the power of colostrum to our bodies. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Abdul. Handing it back to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris.
Recording stopped.